And your father just shut his eyes to these things. Can't even remember how life used to be, Margot.
It's me.
My darling me.
At last.
Is everyone on your list?
I have mine. That'll do your library books, darling.
Oh, me. What's it like outside?
All right, Mr. Crowley.
What did you do today? Who did you see? Did anyone you took to the office?
When meat comes, the sun begins to
We
shine.
missed the incident, Mr. Crawler. Tell us, me. We want to know everything.
Won't you stay for supper?
Oh, thank you. But there's something we need to talk over first. Something that has to be decided immediately.
What is it, Mr. Crawler?
Each time we come, we try and bring a bit of good news, but up here you just can't know how bad things become outside.
There's a dentist, Alfred Dissel. He's Jewish. He's been living with a Christian woman, but today he asked if I knew the safe address. He's desperate. I told him I would let him know.
Of course, me. Absolutely. Dissel, I believe we know it.
It's great news, me.
But where's he going to sleep? There's hardly
Forgive
any.
me. I spoke without insulting you. I was
It's just that there's so little food.
Mr. Van Dant, I've tried. There are no more ration books to be had.
Where 7 can eat, 8 can eat as well.
I hope so.
If we can save even one person, we must.
You're right, of course.
Mr. Crawler will go and meet him. I will bring him up.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Find out half of it. Where are we going to put him?
Oh, it's fine. You can have my bed, and I'll sleep on the floor.
You're very kind, Peter, but there's hardly enough room for you.
I know. I'll move in with you and Mother, and Mr. Dissel can have my bed.
No. And dear, you'll stay in your room, Mr. Dissel, and move in with us. It's the only way. Why can't I move in? Because it wouldn't be proper for Margot's. And please don't argue. It's settled.
As far as I'm concerned, Mother can go jump in a lake. I don't know why I've taken such a terrible dislike to her, but I can imagine her dying someday while Papa's death seems inconceivable to me. It's very mean of me, I know. But it's just the way I feel. I hope she never reads this or anything else I've ever written. She's just not a mother to me. I have to mother myself. Who can I turn to? Only my diary. I have to become a better person on my own. But in the end, I know it will make me stronger. 3.5 months in the annex, and we're eagerly awaiting our latest edition. What will he be like? Mute says he's quiet, refined, and by all accounts, an excellent dentist. He's to meet Mr. Crawler at 11 o'clock sharp this morning at a certain place in front of the post office. It's all very exciting. Totally nerve-wracking. What if they get caught? Those last hours are the most dangerous for a Jew who goes into hiding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's done. Everything went smoothly. Mr. Dissel was at the appointed place at the appointed time. He had to wear Jan's coat over his office jacket so no one would see the yellow star. He was amazed to be brought to the center of Amsterdam rather than into the country where so many hiding places are. Of course, he had no idea we were right upstairs, waiting for him.
I'm intrigued. Mrs. Frank, Otto Frank? I thought you were in Switzerland. A patient of mine told me you were in Basel, in Belgium, or someplace.
That's what everyone thinks. The Nazis included, we hope.
We tricked them.
We're so glad you come, Mr. Dissel. We all are.
How can I thank you?
Not us, maybe Mr. Crawler.
Well, then we couldn't live.
Aren't you scared of me? Sometimes. Oh, we're not heroes.
You're much too modest, Peter.
Oh, we just don't like the Nazis. Anything about them.
Come, Mr. Dissel, sit down. You must be worn out.
Let's have a little toast. To Mr. Dissel.
Cognac. We were saving in case of illness,
But what better way to spend it?
I'm so glad you could join us, Mr. Dissel.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little extra for the guests. To Mr. Dissel, we are honored to have you.
Prost.
Prost.
delicious. Too bad there's so little of it.
I believe we know someone in common. Dr. Kinsler. He and I are friends back in the old days of Frankfurt, and I was wondering if you... What? What is it?
Dr. Kinsler was taken last week. The Delvenstrap, they took the whole block.
Mr. Whistle, what is happening outside?
All over Amsterdam. Kids are disappearing. Thrown out of their beds in the middle of the night. My God, the screams. Children come home from school. Their parents are gone. Women come back from shopping. Whole families torn apart. The only way to escape is to go into hiding. Thousands are being taken away, deported. Bloomberg's, Professor Hallenstein.
God, no!
We have 5 minutes. Take only what you can carry in a rucksack. Herded into the Jewish theater for days, weeks sometimes, and then Westerbork. Transit camp. From there, every Tuesday like clockwork, a train leaves for the east.
Mr. Whistle, do you know the Gosslers? Hanley and I, we've been best friends ever since we were 4. They didn't come for them, did they? No! Not Italy! It can't be!
There's a family
No,
name.
I'm sure Mr. Dixon needs to get organized before supper. I'm sorry we can't offer you your own room, but I trust you won't mind sharing one with my daughter.
Forgive me for upsetting you.
No, it's fine. You had to tell us then. We had to know.
Me, thank you for everything.
And why don't you show Mr. Dissel to your room?
All he said, so terrible, so different from what Mr. Crawl has been telling us.
I like it better the way Crawler tells it.
Well, here we are.
Isn't very big, is it?
I've never shared a room with a man before. I hope I'll be a suitable companion. I know you'll miss the woman you live with terribly.
Charlotte and I have never been apart. This all happened so quickly, I couldn't tell her where I was going. I didn't know myself.
You weren't supposed to. None of our friends knew. Would have been too dangerous, not just for us, but for them, and for Charlotte.
You're a very bright young lady. I hope you'll bear with me.
I hope you'll bear with me. You seem to irritate everyone around here. What was she like? Your Charlotte?
Charming, beautiful, and you'd like her. She's not Jewish, you know.
Oh, I know. We've told us. This is my bed, and that's Margot's, where you'll sleep. I know it's small and dark, but if you look through the blackout curtain, it's the most beautiful chestnut tree in the world. Can't wait until it's in blossom, so I hope the war will be over by then, and we'll all be home. I was wondering about the room. Margot had it in the afternoons, and I had it in the mornings. Would that be all right with you?
Actually, I'm not at my desk in the morning.
Then you take the mornings, and I'll take the afternoons. Did you bring all your dental equipment? I love those little mirrors. Will you fill all our cavities?
It's very hard being a dentist, you know. Children don't understand that.
What do you mean?
No one likes going to the dentist. Everyone hates us, but believe me, it's no fun for us either. Everyone hates us.
It's awful.
Tell me something. When you're here, where do I go? In there with all those people?
And Mushi,
Who's Mushi?
Peter's cat.
Cat? No one mentioned a cat to me. He has it here.
He's the sweetest cat in the world.
I hate cats. They're terrifying. They give me asthma.
Don't worry. Peter keeps him locked up in his room all the time anyways.
I just hope so. By the way, Mr. Carlos spoke the schedule.
That's mainly about when we have to be quiet, when we can use the WC. You can use it now.
No. Thank you.
You don't understand how important the WC can be to someone who goes into hiding. Especially when you're scared.
I understand. If you don't mind, I think I'll lie down before supper. Helps with the digestion.
You rest, Mr. Whistle. I'll try to make you feel at home.
Good evening. This is Colin Rees-Parker with the BBC Radio Europe, November 12th. Yesterday, German forces entered unoccupied France. Acting quickly to counter sweeping Allied gains, Hitler sent armored columns to occupy Vichy France. The Vichy regime came to an end, and with it, the final pretense that part of France was a free zone.
I couldn't sleep tonight, even after Father tucked me in. I feel wicked, sleeping in a nice warm bed when my friends are at the mercy of the coolest monsters to walk the earth. And all because they're Jews. We assume they're all being murdered. The BBC says they're being gassed. Perhaps that's the quickest way to die. No matter what I'm doing, I can't seem to stop thinking about those who are gone. All we can do is wait. Wait for the war to end. The whole world is waiting. Many are waiting for death.
The list for today's trade. 1,000 will leave Westerbork tomorrow for labor service in the east. No exceptions.
For God's sake, be quiet!
I won't go on the train! You can't make me!
Shh! You'll get us all killed! These nightmares, Mrs. Frank, they're getting worse. I don't sleep anymore. I spend half my nights shushing her.
Anne, little Anne.
Every night, Mrs. Frank. Every night. She's putting us all in danger.
Please, Mr. Driscoll, go back to bed. She'll be all right in just a moment.
Wait, what happened?
Another nightmare.
Sounded like someone was murdering her.
In a nightmare, sometimes it helps if you talk about it.
No,
All right, well, can I get you anything? Perhaps a blanket or a
I'm
glass?
fine. Thank you.
All right, well, I'll just sit here until you fall asleep.
I'd rather you didn't.
I see. Good night, dear.
Wait. Can you ask Father to come in? Please?
She wants you, Otto. She's still trembling.
It's a phase.
You weren't like this.
I'm more like you. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Oh, Pim! Pim! I dreamt they broke the bookcase and they took us all away. The train whistle, Pim! The train going to the east! Did I yell terribly loud? Do you think anyone heard outside? I know what you're thinking, but I can't help the way I feel. I just don't love her. I don't get along with her. I never have. And now, I just hate being cooped up with her. I don't get along with anyone here. My nightmares, Pim. I know everyone hates me for having them. But I just can't stop them from coming.
We're all having nightmares, Anne. Only you let them out. Your mother's having them too. Terrible nightmares. She's having a very hard time.
I know, Pim. I know. I have another side. A better, finer side. myself off, hiding how I feel.
I understand. We've always understood each other, you and I. You know, you taught me something the day we came here.
Me?
Remember when we arrived? Your mother and Margot were numb. Couldn't speak, couldn't move. I was a wreck with worry, but you skipped around the room, calling it an adventure. You showed me you could escape. Now, when I read my Dickens, it takes me into another world, and in that world, I feel safe. You have something too. A diary. You're lucky.
Lucky?
You can write. Put all your thoughts and feelings down on paper.
The house is shaking!
It's all right, Em. The more flames, the sooner the war will end.
After the broadcast, Pim asked us what was the first thing we wanted to do once we were liberated. I'd be so thrilled I wouldn't know where to begin. To go to school and see my friends, to whistle, to ride a bike, to laugh so hard it hurts. I wonder if anyone will ever look at me and not think about whether I'm Jewish. Just a young girl in need of some good plain fun. Margot said,
I want to go dancing. Fly all over the room in a new pair of dancing shoes.
The movies. I want to go to the movies. An old Western if they would let us in again.
Coffee. I'm longing for a real pot of coffee. With cream, sugar, no, a whole cup of sugar. A bath, hot bath, a real bathtub. Lying there, luxuriating for hours. And then Putty comes in and soaps my back.
and Putty said,
Cream cakes. First thing out of here, I'm going to Burkhoff's for cream cakes.
Child, just look at her, listen to her for hours.
You know what I want? To make a picnic and take my family to the seashore for the whole day.
That would be wonderful.
do you even remember what the sea looks like?
The smell of it.
The salt spray.
Oh, what a beautiful menorah, Mr. Benjamin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitz votav v'tivanu lehad l'ner shel Hanukkah.
That was very moving.
It's not over yet. There's still songs. Peasants.
Not this year.
No luck either.
Don't remind me.
I made some best luck I've ever tasted.
Please, I can't bear it.
Invite us all next year.
My wife is the best luck.
You should try my mother's cake.
Oh, and what's in there? Peasants.
Peasants.
For Margot. Read it out loud.
You never lose your temper. You never will, I fear. You're just so good. But if you should, put all your crosswords here.
Ah, and a new crossword puzzle book. Well, it's not new. I've rubbed out all the answers. But if you wait a while and forget,
I can't wait. What could it be? A cigarette.
We found some tobacco in the pocket lining of Pim's coat, and we made it. Well, Pim made it, but it's real, I promise.
We'll see. Thank you, Anne. I mean it, truly.
This is lovely. Doesn't she? At least this time would be good. Now you can go there. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And you were just saying you were warming it back.
For Mother.
Here's an IOU I promise to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say. Oh, Anne.
10 hours. What I wouldn't give for a silk paper like that. You wouldn't consider selling it, would you, Mrs. Frank?
Never. It's the most wonderful present I've ever received.
For Bushi.
Oh, Anne, the ribbons for your ballet shoes.
Oh, thank you. On behalf of Mushi, thank you. It's very sweet of you.
And for Miss Clackpack.
What is it?
Okay. You sure nothing's gonna jump out by me, right?
It's a razor. Meat guy for me. You really do need one now.
For what?
Look at his upper lip. He's got a little something growing there.
Does he? Well, put a little milk on it and let the cat lick it off.
I think you're funny, dude. Well, I like it. Thank you, Anne.
For Pim.
And I wasn't supposed to get anything.
I made it out of bits of wool I found. No one helped me. Not even Margot. Not even Mother. I made it in the dark after I went to bed.
After keeping me up half the night writing that diary of hers. Just kidding.
I'm afraid it looks better in the dark.
It looks perfect. Thank you, Annika. I shall treasure.
Wow. Oh, it's very soft. I didn't even know she could knit. It's wonderful.
Last, but certainly not least, my roommate, Mr. Bissell.
You got something for me, Anne? Capsules. 2 capsules. Not poison, I hope.
Earplugs, so you won't hear me thrashing about at night. I made them out of candle wax and cotton. Try them on, see if they work. Ready?
What?
Are you ready?
Good God! They've gone inside my head! Help! Help!
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I was joking.
Please joke with me, Mr. Bissell. Oh, please. I think this is probably the best. I can't wait to use my present.
One more present
Who's it for? Please show us.
for your mother for tonight.
My music box. Otto, how did
I
you...
was hoping we wouldn't be here till Hanukkah, but I saved it just in case.
This goes all the way back to my great-grandmother. Your father's an angel for saving it. Why didn't you